I wanted to take some time to say that I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. Hello everyone, this is Angelo. I'm an OG passport brother who brought his fiancée from Vietnam to come live with him in the United States. We got married. We started with the K-1 visa. Now she's got temporary permanent residency. And I know that there are a lot of passport brothers out there who think that it's a bad idea to bring your overseas girlfriend, fiancé, wife to the United States, but I am not down with the long distance relationship that lasts in perpetuity. So I am a happily married man, and we are doing our thing here in the United States. I apologize that I have not sent or made a video in some time. Things have just been a little crazy, and I wanted to take some time to say that I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. And what was I wrong about? I was wrong about thinking that all my wife Nghia and I had to do was, one, plan for the K-1 visa, fill that out, do the petition, do the handle the interview at the U.S. consulate, and then bring it to the United States, and then deal with the I-485, change the status form or adjustment of status form so that she could apply for permanent residency. I thought that all we had to do was those things, and everything else would kind of fall into place. But the reality is, now all of that is behind us, and it's a thing of the past. And we're looking forward, kind of looking at each other saying, okay, so we've got all of these challenges behind us now, all of these forms that we used to have to work on and practice for and fill out and check and double check. And now, what do we do going forward? So we are putting our heads together, trying to figure out a new plan, because our plan actually never went beyond, you know, a year or two. And even though it took us approximately 5.5 years to manage this transition from her living in Vietnam and then me traveling back and forth every year since 2018. So we did that, but now that's over, and it's like, okay, so what do we do now? What's the next thing on the agenda? So obviously there's a few things, because I've got my eyes on the prize, and the prize for me is early retirement. So I have eyes on the prize for that, but I'm also trying to, you know, build up some small side hustles, side businesses to make things kind of work for us, because we do want to do some traveling. We just haven't decided where. And so now basically we're looking forward for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years and trying to figure out, okay, how do we need to plan for the next 10 years? So it's very important, I believe, that when you arrange your relationships and you get married and you bring your fiance over from another country, whether it's Thailand or the Philippines or Vietnam or some other place. It could be South America, some places in Africa. I know there's passport brothers have been traveling all over the world. God bless you guys. You have to, sure, you definitely have to have your short-term plans, but you definitely need long-term plans, and that's what we're here now. So the sky's the limit. I mean, Nghia has just finished her HiSet exam, so she passed the American version of the GED, so she's got that, and she wanted to have that under her belt. We are looking at her possibly going to to university, but we may need to wait another 6 to 9 months for that in order for her to get a full state residency, so she can pay the cheaper tuition, because they calculate it by some weird way. And then of course she's working now, so she kind of lucked out. There was a place where she trained in Little Saigon as a salesperson in the area that I work in, Little Saigon. And then it turns out they opened up a new shop right around the corner from us. So she went there on a whim, spoke to the person who was the manager who was running the shop. Thankfully, she speaks a little Mandarin in addition to English and Vietnamese. So she was able to stay in contact with the Taiwanese manager, and they hired her on the spot. So actually right now I'm here walking the dogs. She usually handles this during the day because I'm working. So she's working now, so that's a good thing. She was kind of getting a little bored at home after she finished studying and cramming for the HiSet exam, and she was also taking citizenship classes. But now that she is going to work, she's not going to be taking those classes anymore. And me, well, I still have my same job. What are you talking about, Siri? I have gone through some changes. The company that I worked for lost the client account, and a new company came in and took the account. Thankfully, me and my team, we have a long-standing relationship with the client, so we just went over to the new company to manage the security for the client there. So it was very little change there. But like I said, I'm looking at possible retirement soon, and or at least within the next 4 to 5 years, hopefully shorter than that. But in order for that to happen, I need to effect some serious side hustles going on. Now, one thing I've never told you guys about, and that is that I have a background in writing and filmmaking. So if you check me out on IMDb, you'll see a couple of independent films that I produced, wrote, directed, the whole 9 yards, edited a few of them. I even scored one of them myself. And although I have no more intentions of getting back into that industry, I am focusing on writing again. So I'm actually in the process of starting a side hustle publishing business. Initially using some of my own material, but hopefully in the future I'll reach out and get some other folks and their material and evaluate that and see if it's good for publishing. So that's what's going on right now. And we've got Maximus and so you can see them, Maximus and Lucy having fun. I jury rigged this double harness for them because I left their regular harness that allows me to bring them in tandem when I take them out for a walk. And as you can see, I've got this 50-foot leash, so they can do a whole lot of running and I don't have to do a whole lot of walking. So that's all that's going on right now. I will definitely try to keep more on a regular schedule with my videos, and we'll try to switch it up a bit and change some of the locations or whatnot, so you guys don't get bored of me. But to all the passport bros out there, keep your head up. To all the traditional women, know that there are a lot of guys out there just kind of waiting for you. So raise your hand so we can find you. and some folks can get married, have wonderful kids, and have a happy life ever after. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Deuces.